Tonight is not the state championship game, but it's going to feel like it inside Northville High School. The two best girls basketball teams in the MHSAA locking horns for the second time this year. 23-1 Belleville against 23-1 Howell in a game that very may well determine who wins the state championship in just about a couple of weeks down the road at the Breslin Center. Welcome to our cozy spot high above the court at Northville High School. Evan Stockton, Chad Bush, alongside the rest of our great crew here with the Prep. You know, Chad, Michigan high school athletics doesn't get better than this. Top two teams in the state, future college stars all over the floor. It's going to be hard to find a seat inside this gymnasium tonight. We are so honored to be here tonight.
The top two players in the state, let's be real, are going at it tonight. Maybe the top three players in the state all in this game. Yeah. Firepower all over, 2 5-stars, a 4-star, and these teams already went in it. They already went at it 12 days ago, and this was a game that ended a 35-game win streak for Belleville.
Yeah.
A 35-game win streak for the defending state champions of Division I from a year ago, ended by this Howell team. Revenge on the mind tonight, but this one's for all the marbles. And yeah, maybe the pseudo state title game, as you alluded to earlier.
So what we will have time to talk about all night is Sydney Savory, the awesome player for Belleville, and Lily Williams, the future star at Michigan State for Howell. But Chad, what I'm wondering specifically is, when these two teams played in the KLA championship game a couple of weeks ago, Howell gets the jump on Belleville. Belleville never led in that game. Quickly, what is a key for Belleville to get off to a better start tonight and try to beat Howell?
Belleville has to get turnovers. They have to get their transition offense going. Easy buckets created from the defense. They can't afford to attack on the O against that half-court defense of Howell that's so stingy with a 6'6" Williams.
Quick break. We're coming on back with Jason Wilkins, the head coach for Belleville. Hang tight. Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
This is one of the more anticipated high school basketball games in our great state in a long time. Girls, boys, it doesn't matter. These are truly the two best girls high school basketball teams in Michigan, two of the best players in the Midwest, and they're both led by outstanding head coaches. Jason Wilkins is joining us, the head coach for Belleville. Coach, a lot of people are going to be watching this game, and they're obviously going to point back to the last time you played these guys, and you played them in this exact same building in the KLA championship, and Howell beat you in that game. What did you learn from that first matchup, not giving too much away, of course, that you may take into this game?
That everybody wanted to come to beat us. Howell played us. They're a great team. They played a phenomenal game that game. I think we came out sluggish in the first quarter, and then we got behind about 15 points. You can't get behind 15 points with a team like Howell. So we played catch-up. We cut it down to 2 just to get a key stop, but Howell's a great team.
You talk about the sluggish start, something that's kind of crazy considering looking back at that game. You actually never led in that game. You got it down to 2 points multiple times in the fourth quarter, but could never get it over the finish line. What, if anything, do you tell the girls tonight to make sure there's no sluggish start tonight?
Yeah, we know we can come back. You got to come from the open the tip. You got to play defense hard and be intense from the tip. We can't wait to get behind 8-10 points and then try to play catch up. Now you're reserving too much energy. If you play with a lead and you have fun, now your defense intensity go up. When you behind 15 points, everything get tight. Offensively get tight. Every shot get questioned. Every backdoor cut on defensively, you panicking. So we got to come out and have fun, come out with a great start. You know, the fun thing about this matchup is there's going to be a lot of people watching who don't really care who wins or loses because they want to watch really high-level women's basketball. Sydney Savory for you, maybe the best junior in America. Lily Williams may end up being Miss Basketball this year. Just from a global perspective, how great is a matchup like this? So many people watching this, the growth of girls basketball in Michigan. How important is a night like tonight? Oh, it's very important. In the Midwest, Michigan doesn't get a lot of publicity nationally. Great player, but I tell everybody, Michigan has talent. We have 2 great players coming in. Lily's McDonald's All-American. Sid is one of the top juniors, should be McDonald's All-American next year. So it's just great for the state. Plus, they're local, 2 local teams, 25 miles apart, have great basketball players. So it's exciting for the state and for KLAA.
Belleville High School athletics has been amazing over the last half decade. A lot of people know about the guy who was playing quarterback for the football team over the last 4 or 5 years, but the program you have led at Belleville, from when you took over under 500 to now you're the defending Division I state champions, how much pride do you take in the program that you've built at Belleville over the last 5-6 years?
We take pride. When Mr. Joe Brody hired me, the first thing he said was, let's get it back to how it used to be in the late 90s, in the 2000s. Let's get it back to Belleville basketball. So he's been supportive, the administrator been supportive of giving me what I need as far as gym access, study table, film room, being great with the kids. So it's been a pleasure to build this program back from where I got it from.
And then the last one for you. So we're taping this before the game around 6:10. If we're talking to you around 9:15, 9:30, the game's over, Belleville has won, your title defense is still ongoing, what do you think a reason or two would be that you guys won the game tonight?
Just defense, ball pressure, not letting Lily get easy touches in the post. It all starts with ball pressure. People say you can't stop a post player, but my philosophy is this: the best post defense is perimeter defense. A post player can't get what they can't catch, so we can stop easy pass going to the paint. I think we'd be just fine.
Should be a heck of a night of girls basketball here in Michigan. It's not technically the state championship, but it's going to feel like it inside this warm gym at Northville High School tonight. Coach, appreciate your time as always.
Thank you.
Going to be a fun one tonight. Belleville and Howell, we're counting down to tip off. Two of the best teams in the state, some of the best players in the state. Heck of a night coming up from Northville High School. Hang tight.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it. So they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
The Belleville Tigers, junior number 1, Layla.
They're still filing in at Northville High School. This is technically to make the regional championship game in a couple of days against South Lyon East, who outlasted Saline in double overtime in the game before us. But Chad, we've already talked about it. This game between Belleville and Howell, a rematch from the KLA championship game earlier this year, kind of feels like a pseudo state championship game because of all the talent that's on the floor. Beginning with the starting five for the defending Division I champion Belleville Tigers. We can talk about Sydney Savory all we want, but there is a lot of talent all throughout that Tigers roster.
Yeah, including Secret Carter, who's one of the Miss Basketball candidates, putting up 19 points a game. She had 22 in the first matchup. And let's not forget about Layla Stewart, one of the top guards in the state as well. And Paisley Stevens sets the tempo, 6 dimes a game. Yeah, there's some assisting characters with some important roles in this game, and they're going to lean on them tonight. It's not just Sydney Savory, but oh yeah, she's pretty good too at 26 points a game.
Pretty remarkable what Savory has done the last couple of years. She could be a future Miss Basketball in Michigan. On the other side for Howell, she stands out right in the middle of the screen. Lily Williams, the future Michigan State Spartan, top 20 recruit in the country, but same deal here, Chad. There is a lot of talent on Howell. They were going to be good this year without Lily Williams. With her, they may be the best in the state.
Yeah, they returned an all-stater in Gabby Pifo, the coach's daughter, and she's committed to Northwood, already 1,000 points. She can really shoot it, distribute. And then they've got Lila Valentine, who came over in a 2-team deal. No, I'm kidding. Lily Williams and Lila Valentine came over from the same homeschool team last year separately, but they came to the same team, and they have been dynamic and perhaps all the difference, Evan, for this Howell team that was KLAA champs, and they're going to try to get past the regional semifinal for the first time in really a decade.
We have taken the Breslin Center and Michigan High School Basketball State semifinal and final weekend and moved it about an hour down the road to Northville High School. Whoever wins this game may end up being the state champion. It's a rematch from the KLA championship game earlier this year. Belleville wants revenge. Howell wants to keep the dream season going. Lily Williams, of course, wins the tap, and off we go.
Watch for Belleville to be very active in their press. And right away, that's a big foul on Sydney Savory. Belleville needs to score points off their defense, but you got to watch with a fine line and be smart about when you're fouling.
Well, Chad, that's exactly it. Jason Wilkins, the head coach for Belleville, told us before the game, hey, we got to be aggressive, but that's the other side to that coin. Sometimes you get too aggressive.
Right.
To state the obvious, Sydney Savory is the last woman that Belleville can get in foul trouble. They got talent, but without her, it's tough. Lily Williams, tough catch, and she travels on her first catch.
Yeah, Lily Williams, long, tall, athletic, the Michigan State commit. They're going to lean on her tonight in the paint. She had a field day, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks in the first matchup on the 26th.
And watch out for her on defense as well. She already holds the Howell all-time blocks record. She's played 1 season. Paisley Stevens on cue, blocked by Lily Williams.
There you see it, does it all.
She had 4 blocks in that first game. She may have more tonight. She averages darn near 7 per game.
And that's why it's so important for Belleville to get easy offensive looks from that defense.
Gabby Pifo driving and kicking. Valentine, long bomb, and Howell's in front.
That's her 6th triple in her last 2 games in 2 minutes. She has been outstanding for them and a difference from downtown.
Savory fighting for a miss. Down to the floor they go. Belleville had the ball, and they say Howell basketball. Howell had it, Belleville had it down there, but their backside was on the baseline. So, Howell ball.
Yeah, we get another look here at the fight for the rebound. We're going to see some physical basketball. Good, clean play.
Remember, Belleville never led in the first game between these two teams. It was a 2-point game with 90 seconds left, but Belleville was blitzed early, never could come back. Pifo had her shot altered, and defense for Belleville. That's what they want to see all night.
Yeah, that's Stevens with a swat. That's big for Belleville.
And now Paisley on the other end, hopping into the lane and putting Belleville on the board.
Strong mid-range game for Belleville. They score at 3 levels very well, and they score in waves, Evan. That was big for them to get on the board early.
They can score in bunches. Belleville scored 70 or more points 18 times this year. They've played 24 games.
And that's the pace difference in what we'll see in this game.
Williams found a cutting Savannah Hohen, but it was too tall for the freshman.
Her 2nd turnover already. Credit Belleville early on defensively, doing all the right things under Jason Wilkins' tutelage.
They're still filing into this gym. It's hot in here. And the temperature's already been turned up with seasons on the line. Stevens wants a screen. She's about to get it from Christine Chimolo. Now Savory bouncing, and late defense. Pifo came over and helped to get the steal.
Yeah, Gabby defensively has been such a leader for this team.
Pifo! Long rebound. Hohen's got it. Her J not there. Bodies falling to the floor. Savory collided with Williams, and Belleville did end up with a basketball. Savory, the first game against Howell, she scored 22, but by her own admission, she had to work too hard for that 22. She finds Stewart here, and there's something Belleville never had in the first game. They've got the lead.
Yeah, it's the Orchard Lake St. Mary's transfer, Layla Stewart, Division I offered. This kid's special, can do it both ways, a combo guard.
Nice drive inside, and the answer for the top scorer in the history of Howell High, Gabby Pifo.
That's important that Howell shows that they're not afraid to attack. They want to threaten the paint in this game and not just have Williams be the only source.
Pass was tipped. Shimalou blocked again. There's a couple for Lily. Pass errant, but Pifo's going to come back to get it. To the future Spartan, Lily Williams. Wades in. Offensive foul.
Both stars with an early foul, and that's something you can put a star next to the 5 stars for both. Make them 6 stars right now because they're burned a little bit brighter, and some attention and focus on both of them.
Nice job in here, too, by Christine Chimalou to draw this charge. Most nights, she's one of the bigger women on the floor at 6 feet. She's not the biggest down there tonight, but that was a real nice job taking that charge.
Outstanding defensive effort. And a little cell job, but why not? That's smart.
Stevens finding an open Belleville Tiger in there, and they're going punch for punch early on with the Highlanders.
That's Batchelor, the freshman, the 9th grader Batchelor. You can only see her number for a second. Her hair's down over it, but that's an outstanding feed, too, and fine.
Lily Williams working hard, and they got another foul. Sydney Savory was in there. That is her second.
Savory walling up, and when you get entangled with Williams down deep like she does here, there's nowhere for you to go. And Savory fighting for that loose ball, leans in, and that's 2 on Sid, and Jason Wilkins has a tough decision to make. Big free throws coming here for Howell, who shoots it just at a 68% clip from the charity stripe, and Williams is a key source at that stripe. If she's going right, they can really be advantageous at the stripe.
You know, something Lily's going to want to get better when she gets to East Lansing is that foul shooting at just 65%. Here's that early decision for Jason Wilkins. He is going to take Sid Savory out of the game for now.
Yeah, it's going to be the other 9th grader, Mo McKinney, who will check in for Belleville, another talented freshman. Belleville just doesn't stop. They reload. Howell's done the same. We'll see 2 freshmen for them as well come off their pine. Future's bright at both squads.
Lead in the ball for the defending state champs, who do not have their all-world player Sydney Savory, already on the bench in foul trouble. Good tough drive, and Lily Williams has got her 3rd block. We're having a block party on Monday night in Northville.
It's a good time to have it. It's 70+ degrees. It's the perfect temperature for a block party. I'm bringing the Fago. How about the SWAT? And Williams with a little look. She's been the difference maker, the enforcer in the paint.
What flavor, Fago?
Rock and rye, bro. Come on.
Gotta go Red Pop. Come on.
That's it. You know what? Nothing wrong with that. 1A, 1B for me, brother.
Open 3. Stewart, yes! And Belleville's making their shots early on.
Yeah, Layla can really, that's Princess Layla to you. She can really stroke it from downtown.
Flashing a little pressure here as Howell's got to get it over half court. They threw it away. Hoping for Pifo, and Gabby was never looking at it.
No, they've been loose with the lid.
Oh my goodness, they said it went out off Belleville, and Jason Wilkins, Belleville's coach, is upset.
Yeah,
you can understand why. Off the inbound into Williams, and they get a foul on Batchelor, who's playing right now with Savory out of the game.
Yeah, and I like this matchup with Batchelor for Belleville. I like what Jason Wilkins did there. There you see the reach. Did Stewart touch it or not? Tough to tell from that angle, but Lily back to the line where she's split already.
He's got to shoot right into that Belleville student section. How awesome is this environment right now?
This is where it's at, Northville, man. Home of the Mustangs, but tonight they're a great host, we think. Brian Samolsky, the great folks here. Robert Mitchell, the Northville athletic staff.
Oh, the lineup of 3. That was a heat checker for the freshman, Janiyah Batchelor.
Yeah.
And she shot that air ball on the wrong end right in front of the Howell student section.
Yeah, they like what she's doing on the defensive end. On the offensive end, they want her to take better shots. And she will, but they'll live with that, with the way she's playing defense against the All-American.
For now, Pyfo's out. Her dad's the coach, Jason. His dad, Lee, the longtime coach. Nice ball movement here by Howell. They're going to have an open look coming. A little bit long, and the rebound inside for Batchelor. Belleville pushing. Oh, good look in transition. And off to the line goes Paisley Stevens.
Yeah, that's Mo McKinney in transition with a dime. Wow, Mo looking for Mo money. This is a fresh feed, and Paisley couldn't finish, but she gets to the stripe. This is a look to the future. That's a freshman. Good vision, unselfish. Set it up beautifully. Good to find a player like that off your bench.
Chad, we are learning so much right now about Belleville, a team that's already lost to Howell this year, under so much pressure as defending state champions. And their superstar, Sid Savory, is on Jason Wilkins' bench right now because she's got 2 fouls. The response back from Belleville, what a start for them early on.
It has been. They needed to come out. It was one of the keys that Jason Wilkins told us before the game. Look, we have to come out. We cannot trail like we did. They trailed by 12 in that second quarter. I mean, it was on their heels from the beginning. Not tonight. They're standing up, as we expected.
Williams gave it up. Pyfo back in, missing the J. And again, Belleville's going to push off the miss.
Had numbers. I like the back out. They want to slow it down, let Stevens set something up. Stewart's been hot from 3. Let's see if they can get some space because of her hotness.
Secret Carter. Long rebound to Hannah Ralco. For one of the smallest women on the floor, Hannah's among the top rebounders for Howell.
Great nose for the ball. It was a great defended, well-defended play to give that up.
Valentine, And a whistle and a foul. Look, Howell's getting open looks right now, Chad. Just early on, they're not hitting any of those open looks.
No, it's one of their keys that we had before the game was, look, Howell's got to hit their open shots. They did that in the first go-round back 12 days ago. They haven't been able to do that tonight. It's been the difference, and Sid Savory will check back in now, so keep an eye on her. How will Howell attack her now, Evan, on the offensive end? Let's take a look there.
Jason Wilkins, a gambling man. Savory's a heck of a talent, but to your point, how is her game going to change both ends, playing with those 2 fouls? She picks up a third. That's tough.
Yeah, she could be a decoy here, or a fine option as the clock winds down.
Yep, there is no shot clock in high school basketball in Michigan. Really important to remember as we start winding toward the semis and finals in the boys and girls.
What do you think about that, Mr. Stockton?
I would prefer to see a shot clock.
All right, I appreciate your honesty.
And that's a whole nother conversation for another time.
Yeah, that's a podcast.
McKinney giving it up. Shot clock becoming an issue. Open corner 3. Stevens, no. And we are off to the second quarter. The game of the year in Michigan high school girls basketball. And early on, the defending state champs, the Tigers from Belleville, are bringing the early fight to the Howell Highlanders.
Green Lantern Pizza is the king of pepperoni. Detroit-style pizza that's been perfected over decades. They hand-cut each ingredient, shred all the cheeses, and make fresh dough and sauce every morning. You can taste the quality in every bite. Go find our friends at 19241 Newburgh Road in Livonia, 734-388-8687. Get your order in now. Green Lantern Pizza of Livonia.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
You know, we are in the midst of fake spring right now in Michigan. It's in the high 60s and sunny in early March. Chad, you were saying a good time for a block party, and Lily Williams having one so far tonight.
She is. She's been an enforcer on defense. On offense, she hasn't been a factor. Credit Belleville, but she's limited quite a bit of points. Her plus minus, if we had Pat the stat here, she'd be plus, and that's what she's done all season long. But nothing on the offensive end yet. Impressive defensively, inversely for Belleville.
Sydney Savory. Williams tipped the rebound to a teammate. Savory has not scored yet. She missed a large chunk of that first quarter because she picked up a couple of quick fouls.
Neither star scored in the first quarter. Is that an accurate fact? A field goal? Yeah, crazy.
We're talking early on about the supporting cast for these two teams. The understudies have got to step up. Again, Belleville defense, what they wanted to see all night, is making it real hard for Howell offensively.
Yeah, and they rattled the ninth grader a bit. Hone had a great season, honorable mention, all KLAA, but right here, just too much ball pressure. And then the fight and tip of the cap for Secret Carter, committed to Marquette, Miss Basketball candidate, does it on both ends, Evan. There you saw the defense. She's not afraid to get dirty and play some deep.
Sydney Savory doesn't know where she's going yet. She has basically wherever she wants. Nice find here to Stewart, knocking it down again. Belleville has made a couple of big shots from the outside.
That's 9 from Stewart. The lead is 6. She's been the best player on the court tonight in Northville.
Sometimes with these big stars, others can fall away. As that foul on Mo McKinney. Layla Stewart, number 1 for Belleville, stepping into that spotlight. 9 of the 14 so far for Belleville. Wow.
Yeah, impressive for Stewart. Coming off an injury, was in an AV accident last year, overcame that. Has had a fine 25-26. She's had to wait her turn. She's a better player.
Pyfo only has 2 points, by the way. Into the corner, big shot. Offensive rebound and a foul. Is on the floor, but off the bench. Fishaber, Gabrielle with a nice rebound inside. And Howell, as these shots aren't falling, Chad, they're going to have to battle hard on the glass right now to stay in this game.
And she's important because Lily Williams is on the bench. And she's working hard down there, nearly gets an and one. They'll call it on the floor, but it's the 6'1" center, the junior Fishaber, and credit her for another possession. Meanwhile, Belleville back to their bench. And they'll substitute. And we got a score table discussion.
It's been a long day for the folks working here at Northville High School. In case you missed that first game, a classic. South Lyon East won in double overtime. They had an 11-point lead at halftime. They blew that, but they got the game to overtime. Then in double overtime, they took another 11-point lead. Then it was a 2-point game again with 15 seconds left. And South Lyon East made a late layup to end up winning by 4. That was a heck of a game that ended up right before us.
That's right. It was a thriller. Congratulations to the Cougars of South Lyon East, and congrats to Celine on a great season as well. But yeah, the winner gets... South Lyon East gets the winner of this game. So congratulations, enjoy it for a quick night, and get ready to play a darn good opponent on Wednesday.
Nora Hall with another great offensive rebound for Howell. Yet again, they saved the possession. They have had 2 offensive rebounds on this trip. Inside they go. Hall scores over Savory.
What a patient play by Nora Hall, the junior at 5'9", getting a power layup.
Whistle and foul. Paisley Stevens drew the contact inside, and apparently the foul's on Lila Valentine.
Yeah, and I thought this was going to be an offensive foul, but not an offensive foul. Here's another look at it, the positioning, and yeah, the defender's moving. I mean, I have no problem with that call. I understand the gripe in front of the Howell student section, the loud voices, but that's the right call and a good one.
It's tough in these games. The officials don't want to get in the way of it. Sydney Savory. She still has not scored.
Neither five-star has scored in this game. Who would have laid some money on that one?
If you made that bet before the game, it probably would have been a dumb bet.
Yes, sir.
Pyfo, pass was tipped. Stevens looking ahead. And she threw it away.
She's the main distributor for this Tiger team, and that time just a little too long for Shinamelu, who was running that floor. Now the pressure from Belleville. Maybe a little token pressure, but we'll see how they pressure this defensive set.
Lily Williams is coming back to the scores table, about to check back in. Hall gave it up to Valentine, Lily's old teammate on her homeschool team. Pyfo, no, but another rebound and a chance for three for Lila Valentine.
Lila does it from the long range, and the second-team KLAA performer, the transfer, does it on the glass. This is just savviness and hustle. And Valentine with a scream to the heavens will get the gravy with the mashed potatoes.
Lila and Lily played together on that homeschool team, which was one of the best in America. They actually decided to play at Howell separately of one another. Lily was thinking about going to Howell, and then she finds out through the grapevine, wait, Lila's thinking about coming too. This was already a really good Howell team, Chad, but
yeah,
you add those two onto the team, and you're seeing what we're seeing tonight. Maybe the best girls basketball team in Michigan, although they are getting everything from the defending state champs. Savory is on the board.
Yeah, Sid says enough. The 11-minute drought of a field goal is over, and Sid Savory can go pretty much anywhere in the country that she wants, making a stand, and here a wall up and a lead out.
Stewart on the run. Off glass and good. The lead grows for Belleville.
Stewart with 11. Evan, you mentioned there's some co-stars. You don't have to be the leading actor all the time to be successful. Layla Stewart, the leadest to come as the leader tonight in black and orange.
Back inside, Williams didn't get a call. Hull for three. Williams will track it down. Whipping it inside. Pyfo, no. Williams finally got a call. She's navigating every inch of the court right now, grabbing offensive rebounds.
Still held without a field goal. Stand up Tiger Town. They have done a fabulous job on Williams, but she'll reset that hairband and get herself right. She's been physically handled in the paint and has had to work for everything. And now she'll have to go back to the stripe and try to quench, where she's knocked down, I think, 3 of 4 tonight.
You know, Chad, what I just thought about watching that sequence is exactly what Jason Wilkins, Belleville's head coach, told us before the game. Lily's really good. She's going to get her points, but we have to make her work hard the way that Howell made Sid Savory work hard in the first game. You just saw it on that miss. Williams is working hard, and she's starting to run low on the gas tank right now.
She is, and that was something that they talked about as you look at Jason Pyfo, who spent 14 years at Brighton as a head coach for the Bulldogs, had a great run there. And you mentioned about his father, Lee. Look, this is something that they have to really get after and get used to. It's an endurance thing for Lily. She did not really have to play so much last year. And this year, they won by 30 points in their 23 wins. She hasn't had to play in games like this, Evan.
We still got 3:45 and counting to go in this first half. It's been Belleville's game for much of it. Oh, by the way, Secret Carter hasn't scored yet.
How about that?
She's got her miss, and she gets blocked. Williams has 4 blocks in the first half.
Williams has chipped in, done her part on the defensive end. And now Howell tries to do something offensively. They have been unable to knock down open shots.
Pyfo! In and out again. Nothing is dropping for Howell in this first half. Jason Wilkins going to take a quick timeout, and we'll take it with him. Howell can't buy a bucket. Belleville's made just enough from the outside in a slugfest of a regional semi between the state's two best. Your best entertainment spot in Howell, Michigan is Tap-Ins, located on 4444 East Grand River Avenue. Go check them out. Their golf simulators are the best in the business. And before you head out for real this summer, get a couple of rounds in at Tap-Ins. And you can also get in rounds of your favorite beverage. Tap-Ins, 517-258-3004. The premier entertainment spot, golf or otherwise, in Howell, Michigan. Go check them out. You know, they've had some really good athletic teams at Belleville over the last half decade. I heard a rumor their quarterback on the football team was pretty good. But Jason Wilkins, the year before he got to Belleville, they went 4-17. They've been history makers. A couple of years ago, they make the semis for the first time. Last year, they win the school's first state championship. And they had a 35-game win streak ended by Howell earlier this season. They get a chance for payback tonight.
Belleville unable to get any flow offensively. They've had a Sidney Savory mid-post jumper. We'll see if they get some ISO action with her here.
Sid driving, had to give it up. Open look. Not that time for McKinney, battling for the board. They call whistle and foul. Judging by Layla Stewart's reaction, that's on her.
It is.
And that is her second, another huge call.
Yeah, and this is one that surprised more than a few folks. Stewart hustling to try to get the rebound. Light contact, and she gets busted for it. She'll have to check out. There is depth for Belleville. They have bodies. And Layla gets a rest, and also Howell will also come and shoot free throws now as it's bonus time. And Howell will try to grow their lead as both offenses have just been stymied in this second quarter.
This is one way to get back in a ball game. Gabby Pythos to the line. Oh, man, she cannot buy one right now. But, Chad, this is also the side effect to that defense that Belleville wants to play tonight. Tough and in your face. Guess what? You can also pick up a bunch of fouls, and the officials have been willing to call more fouls in this game.
It's been a little bit more ticky-tack than I thought we'd see tonight. And so players have taken note, and that free throw is waved off. It's a lane violation. And Addison Wright, the freshman, with a rookie boo-boo.
Another big sequence here for Howell. Lily Williams is back off the floor. Belleville never led in the KLA championship between these two teams. It's been their game for much of this first half, even with Sidney Savory in foul trouble. Stevens gave it up. Pass was a bit low and ends up going out of bounds. Doesn't it feel like Belleville should be up by more in this game than 5 points?
It really does. It really does. I mean, for a moment, I'll be honest, I forgot they were in the lead. I mean, it's been that kind of a game where nobody's really scored. Both offenses look off. Certainly credit the defense, but you also feel like it's one of those games, Evan, that both offenses are on the verge. You get 6-7 straight misses on the offensive end, you know what's coming. Water usually finds its level.
Lily Williams is back in.
She can help you find that level quickly.
Drawing a couple of defenders. Got her miss. Missed it again. Out of bounds. Still Howell ball. That Belleville student section thought Lily took too many steps in there.
Yeah, perhaps a little Euro step. Maybe it was a crossed Asia step as well. But look, Williams, we'll see how she responds. She hasn't looked frustrated, but if she was, you wouldn't blame her. She's had some tough luck misses.
That time she traveled.
Yep, and there you see some frustration, Evan. Sorry about that.
No,
she is frustrated, visibly. She's got red cheeks like you and I, and it's hot in this building. But again, credit Belleville for turning up the heat on her and forcing her not to be a factor on the offensive end.
Right after the student section chants at her overrated, she turns the ball over. Stevens gave it up. Corner three. Rebound to Howell and Valentine. Valentine has kept Howell afloat in the first half.
Right in the middle of the heart, Valentine sticks it. She's been their best offensive source tonight, Evan.
Savory good. That is a move you practice in the driveway a million times, and it pays off in a game like this.
Hall right in her face, and Savory just elevates and drills it. Primetime shot and a good answer.
Now the shots are starting to fall. Pyfo to the line. That's the second on Mo McKinney. So now we have three different Belleville Tigers, Layla Stewart, Sid Savory, and Mo McKinney, who all have at least 2 fouls.
Yep, no, it's to be noted. This kid, Gabby Pyfo, got to give her a ton of credit, Evan. Not only a fine move there, only a coach's daughter makes a move like that, but she's had to swallow her pride a little bit this year. Lily Williams, obviously the frontliner, 19 points a game, 12 rebounds, all the national attention. Look, Pyfo was all-state last year. She's had to accept Lila Valentine and Lily Williams coming in and adjusting and maybe being the second or third star on this team on certain nights. And credit to her, she's accepted her role graciously. 15 points a game, 5 rebounds. She's headed to Northwood, 1,000-point score, which she cinched on night 1 against Grand Blanc. This has been a fabulous year for Pyfo, who's been overshadowed a bit at times this year, maybe unfairly.
And now her dad, Jason, the head coach, wants to figure out what they're talking about. It's a Pyfo basketball dynasty when it comes to Howell women's basketball. Jason's dad, Lee, was the head coach when they made the 1996 state championship game. Lost to Marion in that game. Only ever time that Howell has made the state championship. Pyfo got them both, and it's back to 2.
One possession game, no surprise there. You see Coach Pyfo, legacy name in Howell girls basketball.
Again, no shot clock in high school basketball in Michigan. Belleville, it looked like Mo McKinney was going to dribble it out, and Jason Wilkins told her, no, let's go.
Could be a decoy too.
Yeah, let's see how they attack it. You'd think they want to at least have the chance to take the lead into the locker room and play for final shot. Looks like that's what they're doing.
Both coaches going nuts, both Jasons. This is the battle of the Jasons after all, isn't it?
I don't think there's any Freddies around here, so it's just Jason versus Jason. No Freddie versus Jason.
I think there is an Elm Street in Northville.
All right, final shot coming. Sydney Savory. And we will go to halftime. In the KLA championship game between these two outstanding teams, the defending champion Belleville Tigers never led. They've led for pretty much the whole first half tonight. In a hot gym, it's been a slugfest, and Belleville leads by 2 at the break.
Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family. Love, Peace, and Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in their design shop. Love, Peace, and Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel. They've got custom denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats, and they've got a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, Their store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Their design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out. And you can do a celebration, book a party, and bring the full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches, and unleash your imagination and create something truly special with their hands-on design experience. Love Peace Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community. The end.
I'm here. How the exam experts help? They helped me raise my SAT score. I was able to get my grades up as well. I learned algebra. I was able to learn and almost master some geometry. And now, due to my grades, I have over $1 million in scholarships now.
It helped me a lot with a lot of problems that I didn't understand, because for me, my main issue is trying to figure out which problems go with what equations to use. And that's where I got really helped here, because that helped me figure out which ones I needed to plug into the equations and solutions.
Excellent. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596 0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe. I am from West Plainfield, Michigan. I love Pure Barre for a number of reasons, but the main reason is the space it provides us members to unwind, get a good workout in, and just come as you are. Love Pure Barre. Love you, Bridget. Go Pure Barre.
Hi, my name is Susanna.
And I'm Tanner, and we're from Farmington Hills, Michigan.
And we love Pure Barre.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and this is my friend Lisa.
Hello.
And we love Pure Barre because it's a great community. I get to work out with great people, and we have any fit level that can come, any age. You get a great workout within an hour. You don't waste time, and you're getting the full effect of Pure Barre.
And everyone's fabulous.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Novi, and I love coming here to Pure Barre Novi. It's an awesome workout. I've been coming here for years. It is always challenging no matter how long you come. I love it. Strength, flexibility, all the best things, but the best part is the wonderful community. There's awesome women to support and encourage each other on in our fitness goals.
I have been a member of Pure Barre for 2.5 years, and I love the variety of class formats. I really enjoy the sense of community here. When my daughter's in town, we have our mom and daughter days, working out and talking at the bar. I look forward to class, and I feel great after.
One thing that I love about Pure Barre is that it's low impact, but you get a great workout from it.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy, and I am here at Pure Barre Novi, which is the best place in the world. I'm so excited. Did you know that Pure Barre is literally everything? Give it a shot. It's all about accountability, and it's all about you.
For 80 years, the FP Horak Company has evolved with one mission: to make brands work smarter. Women-owned, women-led, and 80 years strong. We specialize in e-commerce supply chain automation for print, marketing, apparel, and corporate gifting. From business cards to educational books to large format graphics, we're the printer of all things. For promotional products and corporate gifting to fulfillment, kitting, and distribution. We reduce cost, eliminate inefficiencies, and drive stronger ROI on the marketing spend. Because your business keeps evolving and we evolve with you. Call today and discover how FP Horak can improve your bottom line. FP Horak, built for what's next. Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com.
Game of the year in Michigan high school girls basketball. Rematch of the KLA championship. Top 2 teams in the state. Whoever wins this one is the favorite to win the whole darn thing at the Breslin Center in a couple of weeks. Game's been a bit of a slugfest so far. Belleville leads 20-18 at halftime, which is notable because they didn't lead the entire first game. Howell won 59-51. Belleville trailed by as many as 15 in that game. To their credit, they got it down to a 2-point game with 90 seconds left, but Howell got it to the finish line and won. Big story in this game is twofold. Neither superstar has crushed it yet. Sid Savory, you're seeing just 2 of her 4 points. Lily Williams for Howell, the thing she's done best, Chad, is she's rebounded and blocked the heck out of the basketball. She hasn't scored a ton yet. It's been the supporting cast that has done the most of the scoring in this game for Belleville and for Howell.
Yeah, and Layla Stewart set the tempo. She's done it from downtown. She's had a nice float game. She's been the scoring source. It has been a group of defenders, though, that have done a wonderful job on Lily Williams in this game and limiting her to no field goals, which is crazy. I mean, she's had 2 or 3 that have gone halfway down. Let's not forget she's also a 50% three-point shooter. This is a Player of the Year candidate, a Miss Basketball leading candidate, along with Secret Carter. So, yeah, it's been a fine job. The other side of that is, the assistant characters for Howell, and how have they performed? And we saw the late run there by Gabby Pifo, maybe to get her started. It's been Lila Valentine, their best player, the transfer, who puts up just 8 points a game. Second team KLAA, she has been the best player in this first half, the assistant lead actor in this first, and she has stood above head and shoulders everybody else for the Highlanders.
Everyone coming back from going to the bathroom and getting a bite to eat and a cold beverage. Second half coming up. Howell, Belleville. We may have another instant classic on our hands. Someone's season ends tonight. Someone's state championship dream keeps on going.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Second half coming up. First half slugfest. Belleville leads this thing by 2. The shot making for Howell was a struggle in the first half. Gabby Pifo, the top scorer in the history of the school, stuck on 4 points. She falls down here, gets back up. Williams gave up the dribble and turned it over.
Great ball pressure, forced that, and credit the ball pressure to Chinamelu.
Layla Stewart and Sid Savory starting the half with 2 fouls apiece. Savory first shot, offensive rebound. Shimalu working hard in there. And we got another foul on Hannah Rauco, her second for Howell.
Yeah, the Olivet commit got her hand in the cookie jar and got busted for it. and that's her third foul. So the foul trouble continues. Lily Williams with 2, as you mentioned earlier. Ball out of bounds, baseline right, but this is a key possession for Belleville in the half court. We'll see how they respond.
Rauco does come out of the game here. Howell and Belleville both ran about 7 in that first half. Jada Quinn came in briefly for Belleville. They played 8. Savory being pestered by Pyfo. Nice bounce pass inside. A 2-woman game, and it's 2 for Christine Chimalu.
Well, Savory can share the sugar with the best of them. She is a full player. Great vision, instincts, an outstanding passer. Showing it off there.
Williams, a double team. She was smacked near her head, no call.
Yeah, now the physical play not called, and Belleville running out.
It's Christine Chimalu again. And this ties the largest lead of the night for the defending state champions.
Jason Wilkins barking across the way saying, turn it up, turn the heat up.
Jason Pyfo calls a quick 30. We'll take it with him. Long way to go, but Belleville getting comfortable. This ties their largest lead of the night.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
The job that Jason Wilkins has done in now 6 years at Belleville is pretty remarkable. Rylan Bushel now playing at Central Michigan, who's about to play for a MAC championship later this week down the road in Cleveland. Chippewas have had a very good season, top half of the MAC this year. Defending state champion Belleville Tigers, seeking revenge, lost to Howell earlier this year. Valentine travels, and the story of this game, Chad, has been Belleville's defense from the second they tipped this thing off.
They've turned it up. They have put pressure on Layla Stewart with great on-ball defense. And Howell's played a little bit nervous tonight.
Block. Williams 5th.
How about it? She has done her job on the defensive end. She is just the Grim Reaper of defense. I mean, this girl is just, you're not scoring. Dikembe Mutombo, she hasn't waved that finger yet. She could if she wanted.
Open 3 coming. It's down. How about that? Secret Carter's first basket of the night.
Yeah, they needed that from Carter. Needed her to get going, the Miss Basketball candidate. And things are humming for the Tigers.
Pyfo fouled. A big one. That's Stewart's 3rd.
Yep, that's big. You're right. And Stewart following the direction of Jason Wilkins to play tight, tough on-ball defense. And you see it here. And if she didn't get her legs inadvertently tied up, it wouldn't have been a foul. It was great defense, but sometimes even when you're in the right position, you're in the wrong position. And now Layla's going to have to sit.
Pyfo, another foul. You know, the only thing that really is keeping Howell in this game is the fact they have gotten a lot of fouls on Belleville so far tonight.
They have, and they've been able to get to the free throw line from them and produce. You mentioned the 68% from the stripe this year. This is one of their better free throw shooters in Gabby Pyfo, the Northwood commit.
Now 5 in the game, Chad. 3 of the 5 for Gabby have come for the line. This is gut check time for Howell. Their only loss this year was to Rockford in a neutral site game when Lily Williams didn't play. She had a concussion.
How about that? 23-0 with Williams in the lineup. And Howell, the fact that they're down 7, maybe it's okay. Once Williams will get going, and that'll be enough. But it's been interesting so far how they've done it without her.
Again, Chimalu rolling to the rim. They completely lost her again. She's got 6 in the third.
Yeah, and that's because of all the attention on the All-American Sydney Savory. 5-on-4, Evan, here.
There's a Tiger down. They call travel. It doesn't matter. Williams gave just a crushing screen in the backcourt, and now they got to look at one of those Tigers.
Turnovers have been troublesome for Howell tonight. Some forced, some unforced, and this is their latest from Valentine as the attention in the backcourt as we get a look at what happened. Well, it's behind the play, but some medical attention to the Tigers. Number 4, Paisley Stevens, the 10th grader, and good to see her up and walking off under her own power. Stewart will check back in, Evan.
I tell you what, Chad, there's still 5 minutes just about to go in the third quarter, but this feels like a real dangerous time for Howell because we all got to remember there is no shot clock in Michigan high school basketball.
There you see, partner, the Lily Williams screen. Thank you for that. And Williams is, look, she's an imposing figure. A clean foul, but good to see the player get up and under her own power, Stevens.
Another open look. Williams battling and did tip it to Valentine. That would have been a gigantic make for McKinney.
Yeah, and that's been their superpower tonight. Belleville in the three-pointer. Just couldn't get it to fall there. Critical.
Stewart back in with 3 fouls, Chad, and she's playing that airtight defense.
Yep, sorry. This is a critical possession for Howell, Evan. They've got to come up with points if they want to stick around in this thing. Belleville on the brink of blowing this thing open.
Williams, no roll. Almost scored through yet another double team.
There's truly a lid. I know there's hyperbole, a lid for Williams tonight. Everybody bleeds sometimes.
Defense has been there for Williams tonight, no question. 5 blocks. Scoring hasn't been there. Savory got a screen. Oh, they call moving screen. That would be the 3rd on Mo McKinney.
I believe that's 3 players now with 3 for the Tigers. And I mean, they've got the depth to overcome it, but this has been an impact player off the bench. And Stewart will have to check back in.
So they'll take Stewart out. They announced that it was McKinney's 2nd foul. They must have changed a foul. So Jada Quinn is back in. She played briefly at the end of the first half. Pyfo. Long rebound to Belleville. It is not Gabby Pyfo's night. McKinney gave it up. Savory! Yes, ma'am!
Sydney's starting to stick them from deep. We've seen her in the middies. Now starting to step out and show out. This is the largest lead of the night.
It may be getting late early for the Howell Highlanders. Jason Pyfo calls another timeout. Still 3:12 to go in the third, but the defending champs are looking every bit like it. They never led in the first game against Howell. They've barely trailed in this one.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Still about 3 minutes to go in the third, but Belleville has increased the lead to 12 as Howell's offense has been ice cold on one of the warmest days of the year. They need shots to fall. That's a big one that just fell. Addison Wright, the freshman.
How about it? Right. The right time to hit a shot to cut it to single digits.
Savory good over the outstretched arms of Lily Williams.
Just that quick release. the rise, the fire. She gets rid of it at the top of the telephone booth. Beautiful to watch.
Inside, Lily Williams for 2 and a chance for 3.
The seal has been broken. Williams at the 2:25 marker, first field goal. Will it lead to something? Back-to-back three-point opportunities. And this pass somehow gets completed around a triple team by the Tigers.
Jada Quinn came late, but she's 5'5". All she can do against 6'5" Lily Williams is hack her and hope she misses. Williams has missed 3 free throws tonight.
Howell's going to have to find that second option, and you can only force feed Lily so much. You have to look and get somebody else to hit a shot somewhere, create some kind of offense, maybe from their defense. They haven't been able to tonight.
Savory! Oh, she got it again!
Sid says dial them up from long distance to match the largest lead of the night. It's been her quarter, Evan.
One of the best juniors in America, Sydney Savory, 8 in the third quarter. Williams fouled again.
Get a chance to see her footwork. Evan in the post, Williams in the double team. Still finds a way, doesn't finish. But how about Savory? Savory with a step, stab, and stick. Dial it up. It's been her kind of third.
And now Williams back to the line. She has made 4 free throws, but she's also missed 3. That's another area you think she's going to want to get better at when she goes to East Lansing. 65% at the stripe this year. Man, this is becoming a big storyline.
It is, and her future head coach, Robin Freilich, is in the stands. See her husband to her left, and she's watching. She's glad she signed this 6'6" center who was homeschooled her previous 3 years of high school. What a level of competition, and what a way she's adjusted this year. Miss Basketball, leading candidate perhaps. Her and Secret Carter going head-to-head tonight, among so many other stars.
Wide open 3. There she is. You should not leave Secret Carter that wide open.
On cue, the Marquette commit, who had 22 in the first round with a huge shot to go up 2 touchdowns, Evan.
The lead just keeps on growing for Belleville. Williams was being tugged on as Chimalu has picked up 3 fouls now in the third quarter. As Lily Williams, it feels like, is trying to bring Howell back by herself.
There aren't many teams who have the depth to be this physical with Williams every possession, but Belleville does. Chinamelu will come at you. They'll throw Batchelor back at her. You'll see all kinds of folks that they can throw. Sydney Savory. And this is where Howell has to convert on their freebies. And they just haven't tonight.
I mean, Lily Williams has missed 5 free throws. And yeah, she has 5 blocks. She's going to end up right around 10-plus rebounds where she lives at. She's at 11 rebounds per game on the year.
Yep.
There haven't been many games this year where you can criticize Lily Williams. And she does have 8 points tonight with 6 made free throws, but she's also missed a bunch.
Yeah, she has. It has not been a typical Lily Williams game, and we're not done yet, but she's also not the kind of player that you want to wait till the fourth quarter against Belleville. It may be too late.
Williams is guarding McKinney. Oh, and she got another block. That's 6.
The ultimate setup. Go by me, I'll get you from behind. Still Belleville ball, though, and that's just an unnecessary foul.
Williams is looking around wondering why they called her, but that honestly looked like an end-of-game scenario where you were just trying to foul somebody.
Yeah, and that's her third, so it's not like she had, this is just a little too close. I like the passion. I like the effort. And this is a little different look that Howell's going to have to throw at him to try to force turnovers when trailing like this. And Williams.
Oh, they call 5-second call. So there you go. There's the switch up, and Lily Williams helps to create the turnover on McKinney.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's put our 6'6" athletic big out on the guard. Okay, yeah, it's a turnover. Good call. We'll see how Belleville adjusts that the next time down.
Howell's trying to ride Lily Williams back in this game. Savory, out of bounds off Howell. Sid Savory says, I can play some D2. We got a Howell Highlander slow to get up. That's Valentine.
Yeah, she hit the deck hard, but how about Savory, the athleticism to stay in there and tap it off of Valentine. Active hands. She's not sleeping on defense. This is a 5-star that plays defense, not afraid to lock down.
Belleville's leading by 13. They've led by as many as 14 in this third, as Sydney Savory has come alive. One of the best juniors in America's got 12, 8 in the third. Does she take one more shot here? Yes, she will. She got it again! Sydney Savory, a cheat code in the third.
Sizzling Sid busted this thing open.
Pyfo not close, and Sid says, give me some noise.
Wants all the smoke in Northville tonight. Feeling at home, black and orange. Family out in support. What a night for Belleville as they busted open here in the third. Is it enough to get revenge tonight and move on? Green Lantern Pizza is the king of pepperoni. Detroit-style pizza that's been perfected over decades. They hand-cut each ingredient, shred all the cheeses, and make fresh dough and sauce every morning. You can taste the quality in every bite. Go find our friends at 19241 Newburgh Road in Livonia, 734-388-8687. Get your order in now. Green Lantern Pizza of Livonia.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening. Just a good time.
Sydney Savory, remarkable in that third quarter. 11 of her 15 in the game just came in the third. And this, Chad, is where it gets interesting in high school basketball. There's no shot clock in Michigan. So Belleville, yeah, they got this big 16-point lead, but it is kind of odd now with under 8 minutes to go. You've got to keep playing the other team and not play the clock, it feels like.
Yeah, Belleville has to stay in rhythm in the half court, and I think they're going to eat some clock. But you just cannot allow yourself to beat yourself with unforced turnovers.
Stewart, what a shot fake, and the rainbow is home. This was a 2-point game at halftime. Now it's 18.
Stand up and salute Princess Layla Stewart. She's been the difference maker tonight.
The defending champion Belleville Tigers have played one of their best quarter-plus sequences of the season. Ralco kicking. 3-ball good. Savannah Hohen's first basket tonight.
All leaguers, a freshman. Hohen's a good one. Future's bright for Howell. That they don't want to have to look to the future after this game tonight. They want to stick around.
Savory. They keep giving her that spot, and she keeps making from that spot.
Sid's ready for it tonight. Wants all the smoke in Northville. She's got that long liner going. That's number 5, I believe, Evan.
18 for Savory. Williams right back to the line where she's missed 5 free throws tonight.
Yep. 18, the largest lead, and Sid just, something has set her off since the start of this third quarter. Here's Williams not giving up. Good double team. Nothing easy for Williams tonight. That has been the message. Have someone else beat us, and no one else has had the opportunity to beat them. by hitting that outside shot. And there's been no other offense generated from their defense, talking about the Highlanders. So this is it. And Lily can't lead them back. They need some help with a long liner and some instant bonus balls.
Lily's such a cool story. 3 years of homeschool ball, wanted to play 1 year of high school basketball, so she comes to Howell, instantly makes them one of the best teams in the state. Lily Williams bound for Michigan State. Her coach, Robin Freilich, you just saw, she's in the crowd tonight. But they're running out of time. Stewart for three. Feels like Belleville hadn't missed a shot in about 15 minutes of real time.
Yeah, especially Stewart. She's been on one.
Still 6 minutes remaining. Good shot fake. Pass tipped out. It will stay with Howell.
Just been a laser-focused defensive effort for Belleville. Can't say enough about what they've been able to do. Been so assignment sound.
Pyfo. It's just not been her night. If this is where the season ends for Howell, you feel for Gabby. Top scorer in the history of Howell basketball in 13 in white. Yes, she has 6 shots, 6 points, Chad, but she's made exactly 1 field goal in this game. This is not how Pyfo and her dad, the head coach, would want this season to end.
No, not the script, but you got to look at the whole. 23-1 this year, already a win against Belleville. They knocked off Belleville to stop that 35-game win streak. And, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fun, but sure, it'll be sour. I mean, this is something that you at least want to see your best of what you've offered all year at 15 points and 5 rebounds a game. But her future's bright, and she'll do proud at Northwood. And I got a feeling that Howell's not done yet. I think they're going to make a run here shortly.
Sydney Savory sizing it up. Gave it up to Paisley Stevens. Floater, got the roll.
Stevens is such a fun player to watch. She can score it in the paint. She can also deal it and dish it like nobody's business. A fun player, Paisley Stewart, just a 10th grader.
Offensive foul. It's the 4th on Lily Williams.
Yep. The script doesn't always go the way that it's supposed to, or that you feel it's supposed to when you're that team. But Sydney Savory absorbing the hit, and reality setting in for the Belleville Tigers, who are on a mission to try to get back and repeat as state champs here in 2026.
When you got Sydney Savory, you can win a lot of games. A rare miss, and Lily Williams is to 10 points, by the way. She's going to end up with a double-double, as Savory just picked up her foul. Chad, I just keep coming back to what Jason Wilkins told us before the game for Belleville about how they're going to play defense and make Williams work, and yeah, she's going to get hers. She's going to end up with a double-double and at least 6 blocks in this game, but somehow they have taken Lily out of her game. A masterful coaching job by the whole staff.
Yeah, and a committed defensive effort to absolutely force her to be physical and to make plays around 2 and 3 bodies repeatedly.
Lily Williams back to the line. They will get another foul on Mo McKinney.
Both teams will have a lot to say next year as well, Evan, with young talent, including Mo McKinney. Williams, what a season. Again, adjusting to the high school game from homeschool, where she was the player of the year, potentially going player of the year in 2 different leagues in the state of Michigan. How about that? That's never been done. She'll have a lot to offer at Michigan State. But this has not been her night, and she hasn't had a lot of help, to be fair. But credit Belleville for that. They have been outstanding on both ends of the floor, and Savory, their leader, has carried them on their back offensively here in the third, like Stewart did in the first half.
Belleville would play South Lyon East on Wednesday night for a regional championship. Boys are playing in the quarterfinals tomorrow, by the way. Chad, obviously we here at the Prep have covered a lot of outstanding teams that are still alive in the Division I quarterfinals. Brother Rice is still alive. Grand Rapids Northview and Cam Ryan's won on a buzzer beater. They're still alive. Wayne Memorial's alive. East Lansing's alive. It is such a wide open field in Division I and boys this year. Really excited to see how those quarterfinals turn out tomorrow.
I'm excited to watch them too. It's going to be fun. Wide open as much as it's been any year, but of course East Lansing, now they're the favorite. And congratulations to Mr. Torbert, who was named Mr. Basketball today by the MHSAA, by the BCAM voters, actually. And that's, look, they're the team to beat. But there's many others that can win it, probably 7 or 8.
Williams gets her miss and missed it again. That's the story of her night.
That is the story of the night. A microcosm of what we've seen all night. That's not the Lily Williams we've grown to know and enjoy watching. But hey, it's been that kind of night. Credit the Tigers for their turned up defense. And hey, this is a Belleville team that you knew they were going to come out after losing by 8 the first time they played 12 days ago for the KLAA championship. They're angry. They had 35 wins in a row, and Howell comes in and beats them. And Howell's like, wait a minute, we got to get over the hump now. This is our year. This is our time. We're going to get them in the regional semifinal, a place that they were unable to advance in 23, unable in 24, and they couldn't get out of their district in 25. This was the year. And then Belleville stands up tonight and says, this is still our year, our state, and it still runs through us in orange and black.
Unfortunately, our year covering high school basketball here in Michigan is just about coming to a close, but still lots of opportunities for you to get a high-level production, professionally done, of your high school program in the spring. And then, of course, we'll take you for football season, which isn't too far away in the fall as well. Go find us at info@theprepsports.com. Email us if you're interested in getting a broadcast. And find us on all the various social medias. Steal off the inbound. Pyfo. You just feel for her. Howell's going to get a tie-up and get the ball. Howell certainly doesn't feel bad for the way Gabby Pyfo's playing, but 13 and Howell hasn't played many games like this in her life. This is her worst nightmare coming true at the worst time. Williams misses as Savory played the defense just well enough.
Yeah, no, great wall up, no doubt. But for Williams, it's just been a real tough go of it. This is how it goes. This is sports, this is athletics. People get challenged, and everybody's been there. We've seen Sydney Savory have down nights this year. But this is not the night the Highlanders drew up a less than their performance this year.
Chad, I keep going back to the first game these two teams played, right, where Belleville never leads and Howell wins wire to wire. In retrospect, probably the worst thing that could have happened to Howell is that they beat Belleville in that first game and they did it the way they did it.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way that Belleville would take them for granted, take it for, advantage tonight. And they were just ready to go from the moment this game started. It's almost hard to believe, looking at the way the second half has gone, it was a 2-point game at halftime.
No, you're right. And it was a stagnant game for the first half. When Howell had a chance to make their move, they just could not. They couldn't hit open shots. And you're right, the Tigers were going to come out swinging. And they were a little toothless in that first game. You knew they were going to come out biting like a bunch of raw meat. And they did. And it's been that kind of night for them, and it started on the defensive end.
Williams, that time, does get the roll. She does have 13, but she's missed 6 free throws. And her shooting percentage on the night is under 50%. She is a great player. Michigan State is lucky to have her. Such a credit to Belleville tonight for 21 in white, making her work so hard. Stevens, good. And they're starting to think about it. They really are, Chad. And with all that talent Belleville has, Savory in the first half didn't do much because of foul trouble. Such a credit to the rest of her team, too, for making sure that she could have the second half that she has had. Pyfo's to the line.
Yeah, and Stevens has been a big part of that. She stood in at that spot and steadied the ship while things were a bit rocky for a moment without Savory, and it's been the depth of Belleville. That's what they offer, that nobody else in the state has this kind of depth. They can give up 3-4 fouls in that front line. They can afford to have Stewart in foul trouble and Savory. And it's players also that are trusted by Jason Wilkins. They've earned his trust. These are a lot of 3- and 4-year players that have stayed in his system. So it's been an interesting night, and credit to Jason Wilkins and his staff for being prepared the second go round against Howell at the ultimate highest level.
Still 1:52 to go. Howell will start playing the foul game. Valentine the foul. You look at the Division I landscape for girls. Belleville will be favored to get all the way to the Breslin Center. Will be favored to beat a South Lyon East team that's having an amazing season. They won in double overtime in the game before us.
Boy, that was fun.
Rauco off the inbound got the steal, and Williams puts it in. It's a free throw shooting contest now for Belleville. The only way this gets interesting is if they start missing free throws, and Howell's got to foul 2 more times to just get them to the free throw line.
And to be fair, that's kind of been their Achilles heel all season long, is making free throws. It has been a problem at times. We get a steal and a foul, and Williams back to the stripe.
So that's the 4th foul on Mo McKinney. And Lily Williams has struggled at the line all night, but she makes 2 here. And there's some intrigue.
There is. Howell's not going to go down swinging, and it is going to be ball security time for Belleville. Let's see if it's too little too late, but it's a lot of seniors that don't want to go home wearing green and gold tonight.
Credit to their student section, too, for sticking around until the bitter end. This great group for the Howell girls basketball team this year deserves them to send them off one way or the other correctly at the end of the game.
No doubt. And it's been a great year. Look, they won their district championship. Only loss was to Rockford on 12-19. I mean, you know, it's been an outstanding season and career for Pyfo and the other seniors.
Pyfo commits the foul here. Got to foul 1 more time, and then Belleville shooting those free throws. They've led by as many as 18 in this quarter. Just keep that in mind if things get weird here down the stretch.
Yeah. Also, this could be the last matchup between these two schools for quite some time. Well, actually, Howell is going to the SEC. Is Belleville going to the SEC too? I think they are. Yes, both teams, I believe, are going to the SEC. I digress. We got another turnover?
No, they call held ball. At least that was the initial signal. If it's held ball, it's still Belleville ball on the arrow.
Yeah, they're going to change this. Oh, no.
They call foul on Howell, which, you know, in the long run, it actually may be better that they called that foul on Valentine because it makes Belleville start shooting free throws. Although this is not the woman you want at the line in Savory.
No, it's not. But this is where Belleville has struggled this year at times. When they have struggled, and look, they've got 1 loss, they have shown that they will miss free throws. But yeah, Savory not the one to toy with here. But what a season for Howell. Maybe their best since they're 96 runners-up. But still not able to get over that hump yet. And they'll have a chance. They've got some younger players. I know Lily's a big loss, and they've also lost Mackenzie Duthie, who's out for the year, who's committed to St. Mary's College. But there's some depth and some youth.
Pyfo drive. Miss. Loose ball. Williams swatted it away. And timeout called by Jason Pyfo. You know, the head coach for Howell, Jason Pyfo, such an amazing story. His daughter, Gabby, the all-time leading scorer at Howell High School, and Chad talked about how Coach Pifo, the longtime head coach at Brighton, he stopped being the head coach there to watch his kids grow up, but Jason's dad, Lee, who was the coach at Howell in '96 when they made their only other state title game, at the time, Lee was quoted as saying, Jason will be back, just give it a few years. And then he ends up at Howell where his dad was the coach. Unfortunately, his dad only got to see his son coach Howell women's basketball for 1 year before he passed away a couple of years ago. But that Pifo family, Chad, they are walking legends a little bit at Howell High School. And although tonight may not go their way, they should be very, very proud of the legacy that they have left and will continue to leave in girls basketball at Howell High School.
Yeah, no doubt. What a family, what a legacy of coaching, and how cool that he was able to come back and roam the sidelines. His father, God rest his soul, Lee, once roamed, also the former UAD Jesuit head coach. Yeah, a cool thing, and you know what? A lot to be proud of for the third-year coach, Jason Pifo, keeping that family legacy high, top shelf.
Oh, Savory stole it on the inbound. On a night filled with highlights, that may be the coolest one. But then she turned it over. Pifo missed. Williams a chance for three. There's somehow still a minute and 1 second to go.
Howell gets that turnover, turns it into offense, and Williams coming on late, playing volleyball with herself. The double-double intact. She might even attack a triple-double if she can swat it a couple more times. But this one's not over yet.
It ends up being a 20-point night for Lily Williams with 12 made free throws. And that's the biggest credit to her. We've spent large chunks of this fourth quarter talking about how she struggled. She still ends up with a double-double with 20-plus points and 6 blocks. Off the inbound. Savory helping to clear. Stewart throws it ahead. Belleville, there's no need to shoot. Williams will foul, and I believe that is her 4th. Nope, it's her 5th. She's done.
Yep, that could be it for the potential missed basketball, but what a season and what a career for Lily Williams, the Michigan State commit, who's given quite the effort here in the 4th to cut it to 10, but they'll have to try to pull the miracle out without her in the final 52 seconds.
She's about to get a standing ovation, and she deserves it. Lily Williams may end up being Miss Basketball. She's bound for Michigan State. She's one of the best high school basketball players in America. And her career at Howell High School likely just ended.
We'll anticipate to see if she is Miss Basketball. Again, some tough challenges for that honor, including Secret Carter. The Marquette commit, the senior, puts up 19 a game, had 22 in the first round. That's the beauty of this Belleville team. They can hit you with so many different players that can score it at a high level. It's something Howell just didn't have tonight in this game.
Valentine, rebound to Belleville. It's officially a free throw shooting contest now. And Sydney Savory back to the line, trying to add to her 20-point night.
And trying to add to her G of the Game collection. She's looking for her 2nd this year, and she is the leading candidate. All the schools want in on Sydney Savory, been offered by so many, Michigan, Michigan State, UCLA, Ohio State, Illinois, Arizona, Georgia. We don't have enough time to go through them all. Who has she not been offered by? UConn. That's about it, all right? Let's just get to the point. She's been offered by probably everybody but UConn. And I'm sure UConn would love to offer her a scholarship, believe me.
22 for Sid Savory, 18 in the second half. One of the best seasons Howell High School has ever had. Valentine the miss. Tonight they ran into a buzzsaw. To beat the champs, you got to knock them out. And Belleville is still standing. They avenge their only loss of the season. Down goes Howell, and Belleville's title defense is alive and well.
How about it? Stand up for the Tigers. The black and orange tonight defending the crown. Get it done in a revenge game in Northville after the loss that snapped a 35-game win streak, Evan. They come back tonight, and the defense sets the tempo in a game that they never trailed.
We're back with our G of the game and to preview Belleville's next game against South Lyon East. The game of the year in Michigan high school girls basketball belongs to the defending state champions, still the Belleville Tigers. Your best entertainment spot in Howell, Michigan is Tap-Ins, located on 4444 East Grand River Avenue. Go check them out. Their golf simulators are the best in the business. And before you head out for real this summer, get a couple of rounds in at Tap-Ins. And you can also get in rounds of your favorite beverage. Tap-Ins, 517-258-3004. The premier entertainment spot, golf or otherwise, in Howell, Michigan. Go check them out.
I'm here, Hot Exam Experts Help. They helped me raise my SAT score. I was able to get my grades up as well. I learned algebra. I was able to learn and almost master some geometry. And now, due to my grades, I have over $1 million in scholarships now.
It helped me a lot with a lot of problems that I didn't understand, because for me, my main issue is trying to figure out which problems go with what equations to use. And that's where I got really helped here, because that helped me figure out which ones I needed to plug into the equations and solutions.
Excellent. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
For 80 years, the F.P. Horak Company has evolved with one mission: to make brands work smarter. Women-owned, women-led, and 80 years strong. We specialize in e-commerce supply chain automation for print, marketing, apparel, and corporate gifting. From business cards to educational books to large format graphics, we're the printer of all things. For promotional products and corporate gifting to fulfillment, kitting, and distribution. We reduce cost, eliminate inefficiencies, and drive stronger ROI on the marketing spend. Because your business keeps evolving and we evolve with you. Call today and discover how F.P. Horak can improve your bottom line. F.P. Horak, built for what's next.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Game of the year in Michigan high school basketball on the girls' side. Howell and Belleville, the two favorites to win the Division I state championship. And, you know, Chad, it was a bit of a sleepy first half. Belleville led this thing by 2 points at halftime. They hit another gear in the second half. Defending champ sure looked the part in that second half.
Yeah, it was just a 2-point game at the break. But Sydney Savory had not found herself yet. And Layla Stewart did just enough to give them the lead But it was Savory that took over in the third, taking over the point tally, 18 of her 22 in the second half, and spark plugged and showed her team that, hey, we can do this. And then the suffocating defense by the co-stars on this team for Belleville defensively on Williams, and then just not enough three-point arsenal tonight for Howell. They needed another option than Williams, who just didn't have it all tonight. And they didn't have it. Howell just couldn't come up with the big shots. Credit Belleville and what they were able to do in this ball game on both sides, the basketball, and get that revenge game when it meant the most.
Sid wanted a little noise in the second half, and she deserved it with all the shots that she was making. She's about to come up here and chat with us as our G of the game. The two stars ended up with stat sheet stuffing type of nights. Lily Williams ends up with 20 points and a double-double with 10-plus rebounds and 6 blocks. But they make her work really, really hard. And Sydney Savory with the 22 points, 18 in the second half. The Savory family is just on the prep a lot. Sid's older brother, Jaden, who was a basketball and football star at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Now he plays at Michigan State. And now Sydney joins us yet again. Sydney's our G of the game. Kind enough to go from one media interview to another. We're going to try this one, make this one a little bit better, Sydney. So, okay, the game's over. You can be honest with us now. How much was revenge on your minds coming into this game?
Yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said not. We knew that coming into the game, obviously, we wanted to get this one back. And I think that loss was good for us. It showed that we can handle adversity and come out on top. But I'm happy with our team, and we won the one that mattered.
So your coach told us before the game about, hey, this whole game's about defense. If you talk to me after the game and we won, it's going to be because of our defense.
Right.
And watching that game, Lily Williams is obviously a heck of a talent.
Yeah.
She had maybe the hardest working 20 points I've ever seen. She had to earn everything.
Yeah.
What was the defensive identity? What was the mindset for you guys on that end coming into this game?
Yeah, we knew coming in, obviously she's their best player and she makes them go. And so we just tried to make it tough for her, get her to the line rather than like easy twos. But our game plan was focused in on her, and I thought our bigs did a great job holding it down.
And we're mere mortals. We're not like you. We can't make every single shot in the second half. You score 22, 18 in the second half. For us normal people, what's it feel like when you literally cannot miss and like you're telling the whole crowd to make noise in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a great feeling. But I think it just is a testimony to all the hard work that I've put in. These big moments is what I look forward to and what I love to be in. And so I think, the rim, it felt super wide today. But no, it was super exciting.
Last question. Your family's got a lot of good athletic talent.
That's
Jaden's obviously a college football player. Don't forget about your mom, who was up for Miss Basketball when she was in high school.
That's right.
How much pride do you take in being part of a family where, like, all of you are good at sports?
Oh, it's awesome. It's the best. And I think that's just our competitive spirit. We try to make each other better in the household, and I think that's why we were all such great athletes, because we have pushed each other, especially me and my brother, ever since a young age. So it's been awesome.
Congratulations, Sydney.
Thank
Good luck
you.
the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Sydney Savory is getting used to this, all of these interviews, because the Belleville Tigers are so darn good. The defending state champions are at it again, and they knock off Howell. One final break. We're back to wrap it up from Northville right after this. Hang on tight. Your best entertainment spot in Howell, Michigan is Tap-Ins, located on 4444 East Grand River Avenue. Go check them out. Their golf simulators are the best in the business. And before you head out for real this summer, get a couple of rounds in at Tap-Ins. And you can also get in rounds of your favorite beverage. Tap-Ins, 517-258-3004. The premier entertainment spot, golf or otherwise, in Howell, Michigan. Go check them out.
Green Lantern Pizza is the king of pepperoni. Detroit-style pizza that's been perfected over decades. They hand-cut each ingredient, shred all the cheeses, and make fresh dough and sauce every morning. You can taste the quality in every bite. Go find our friends at 19241 Newburgh Road in Livonia, 734-388-8687. Get your order in now. Green Lantern Pizza of Livonia. Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com.
buried the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Game of the year in Michigan high school basketball on the girls' side, and Belleville does not leave any doubt. They're only up by 2 at halftime. It was just a 20-18 game at halftime. Opened up in the second half. Belleville ends up winning this game by 14. And Chad, I always appreciate when we get the chance to talk to players right after the game, because that's like the one time that their media training doesn't kick in and we can get some honesty. And we just asked Sydney Savory about, okay, how much was revenge on your minds? I didn't even get the question. She's like, of course it was, and you could tell, especially in that second half. Belleville is the defending state champ. I know they lost to Howell earlier this year, but they truly were not going to be denied in that second half.
No, the second half, they knew that this was their time, and they just knew that they had to lean on their star and set up Savory. But really, it started with the unheralded players committed to give up themselves for the team in effort to play defense. Lock in. They had role players tonight and stars that said, you know what, we're going to go after Williams. We're going to stop her. Somebody else has to beat us, and nobody else could beat them tonight. Chalk it up to Jason Wilkins and the Tigers, who had a wonderful game plan, and then the kids that went out and executed it perfectly.
And before we sign off tonight, important to note, what kind of stinks about sometimes how these districts and regionals and so forth are drawn up is there was absolutely no way that Howell should not have at least made the semifinals. They should have had the opportunity to play at the Breslin Center. Lily Williams should have given the Spartan fans a sneak preview by playing in the Michigan high school semis or finals at the Breslin Center. I know tonight stinks for them and is really frustrating, but they should be very, very proud of the season they just had.
Yeah, 23 wins and maybe the Miss Basketball Award, which isn't just an individual award, by the way. That goes to the teammates that also sacrificed. This was a wonderful team to celebrate. You talk about the 96 team in Howell basketball history, and then you talk about the 2026 team. That's what they'll be talking about. They've got more to offer next year. More kids are coming back. They got 2 freshmen in the rotation. They've got Valentine, the sophomore, so other players. But kudos to Howell in the season they had. A lot to be proud of. Lily Williams would be fun to watch. So will the other 2 seniors, Pyfo at Northwood, and then the others. But this was a night that belonged to Belleville, and the way they were able to handle themselves. We knew they had the finesse. We knew they could score 76 points a game. Howell only came in scoring 56 points a game, but the defense was the difference. And Belleville was able to come back. And, of course, that revenge factor, as Sydney said, yeah, maybe that had a little bit of it, little to do with it as well.
We'll follow Belleville going forward. They got their next game for a regional championship on Wednesday night against the South Lyon East team that is having one of the greatest seasons they've ever had in program history. They will be tough to knock out in a couple of days. Shout out to our entire crew here at Northville High School tonight, working hard, everybody coming together and putting on an awesome broadcast for one of the games of the year, any level, anywhere of Michigan high school athletics. And congratulations to the Belleville Tigers, the defending Division I state champions, led by 22 from their star, the future college star, Sydney Savory. She had 18 in the second half, and Belleville's title defense is alive and well as they knock out Howell by 14. For Chad Bush, the whole crew, Evan Stockton saying thank you for watching, wherever you were watching, however you were doing it. Thanks for making us a part of your Monday, March night. Best month of the year for hoops, and we're only going to watch a whole heck of a lot more over the next 3 or so weeks. Congrats to the Belleville Tigers, the defending state champions. Advance. They're on to the regional championship on Wednesday night.